Welcome back to another day of the stream, ladies and gentlemen, and I have some good news. Today we have a sponsor, and its name is Extreme Bodily Pain. Because, because whenever it rains, my knees kill me. So, we're gonna get back onto There we go. One of the things went out. We're going to get right back onto our planned schedule. We're going to speak to Blackwall right now, and then we're going to go to Colin and Cole and see what everyone has to say.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day, they found a dog. A wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
That's horrible. You saved it. Of course not. That's horrible.
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
You were a child, so did everyone else. You were a child. So did everyone else, but I think the more important fact is that you were I'm assuming around 10.
You said you were just a boy.
I was old enough to know the dog was suffering and that it was wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Don't let that stop you. Your eyes aren't shut. All this over a dog?
Nothing worth doing is easy.
Look at you. You would have done the right thing. We're lucky there are people like you in the world. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
Oh, Blackwall. I mean, Johanna's right. Nothing worth doing is easy. Or, most things worth doing aren't easy. Uh-oh. Most things that are worth doing aren't easy. Are we just gonna be stuck like this? There we go. Wait, what is this? Is that Cole? I mean, we meant to go talk to Cole anyway, but does he want something? I told him I was gonna get the amulet. I haven't gotten it yet, but okay, well, it's gone away now.
It started out helping. Taking the fear away. I won't take too much. I am not that.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
If you like.
Well, he didn't have anything to say about that, but... Oh, is it this guy?
I hope I can help somehow. Maybe cleaning.
No? Is it Sarah? It can't really be Sarah.
What do you mean?
Oh, it might be.
Hey you have time? It's not a question, let's go. I've got something I want to do for you. Just come. You won't need your gear and stuff.
Alright, what are you getting me into? I don't have time for games. What are you getting
Sarah,
me into?
explain.
Ah, just come on, will you? I haven't wanted to do this with anyone for a long time.
We're eating on a roof.
They're horrible, right? And raisins, ugh. I freaking still hate cookies.
They're fine. This is odd. This is not what I expect. It's not what I expected.
You know, this is about as far from what I expected as we could get.
I got caught stealing when I was little, yeah? You get alienage or worse for that, but the Lady Emerald took me in. She was sick and couldn't have children. I had no parents. It worked out. Anyway, she gets a year sicker, so I ask her about cookies. Because mums make cookies. I can pass that down or something. Turns out, she couldn't cook. She missed that talk with her mom. The ones she made, she bought and pretended. Ah, right. Well, no, she was a bitch. She hid buying them by keeping me away from the baker. She did that by lying that he didn't like me, didn't like elves. She let me hate so she could protect her pride. I hated him so much, and I hated... Well, she died. And I hate pride. Pride cookies. But this is great, you're great, so I thought maybe me and you could make some, I don't know, us cookies. Because then I could like them again. Oh, it's stupid.
Like you, but not cookies. The woman was nice, why hate her? Stupid, immature. No, I think it's a great idea. Well, why hate her?
I don't understand. This Lady Emerald was just trying to be good to you.
She hurt people.
It was just cookies.
It was not just cookies. Lie to herself, fair play, only hurts her. But she made me think there was something wrong with me. And the baker? I made his life shit. Why not? It seemed like he deserved it. I mean, if you don't give a child a cookie because of appearances, you're a monster. Stupid pride whore noble. I know, I said it was stupid. That's why I want to get rid of it. I want to make better cookies.
I think it's a great idea.
You know what? That would be great.
See, I knew. Wait, really? Because it seemed friggin' daft every step to me. Suppose it's not really about them. I hate learning lessons. Makes my stomach hurt. Anyway, I'll throw this rubbish away. Next time will be better, yeah?
I look forward to it.
Sarah, anytime. Can we get off the roof now?
Oh, yes, please. Smells like bird and dank. This part, not a good idea. Thanks, yeah. Feels good, this.
Okay, so that was sweet. Is it really her? Alright. Cole didn't want anything. Oh god. I'm gonna see about talking to Blackwall one more time, and then we're gonna see if Solus has anything to say. Oh no! I entirely forgot about Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Huh.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve. Excuse me? Messenger.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Must have had reasons gone where only Hana must know. Find him.
He would not have left unless he had a good reason.
It is not for me to speculate on Blackwall's motivations. Sister Leliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
Alright, let's, Oh, that just said straight up a 10. Alright, so that's at... Let's go to journal. Val Royale. Alright, let's just bring heavy hitters. Briala, watch out for the elves in Halam Sheral. Almost no one notices they're even present. Yeah, because they're basically slaves. Servants scrubbing floors. Waiter filling glasses, what the hell is an undergardener? Just a gardener? Weeding the board. Maids and valets. Dressing nobles. There's no room, alcove, or alley so private that you can't find one there. And they're always watching. They're organized. The rumor you've heard of some mastermind leading the elves is no rumor. There are reports that Briala was Celane's personal spy and assassin, bard of unusual skill, who she's working for now. We cannot confirm. Say nothing. They will hear you. Part of the communique. The communique intercepted by the Inquisition. By Inquisition agents, author unknown. I don't know. Or communique. God, that was stupid of me. Loading screens the game. Alright, what's this over here first?
The old gods
And it's gone.
from their ancient
The blonde elf with the Inquisition. Did I see you with her once?
on blackened wings does deceit take flight.
Cater to your every whim.
I need a smaller shield. Like, straight up. Or a better shield to Templar Tower, Spike Tower shield. See, I like the Spike Tower shield. Can I build one? I'll look into building one when I get back to Skyhold.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well.
Who's this man to Blackwall? A brother? A friend?
Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given, and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall!
No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Can you believe it? Tom Rainier himself.
Oh, what do you know about Rainier? Where is he?
You must know something about Renee.
I know what everyone knows. He'll hang for the massacre of a noble and his family.
And where is he being held?
Where did they take the prisoner?
In the jail of the marketplace. If you've goodbyes to say them now. It's a damned mess, but believe you me, it'll be sorted out quick. Lots of people can't wait to see that man swing. Guess not.
Okay. What happened to my weapons? They're still equipped. Okay. I guess they just don't want to show up today.
I don't think they knew. I can't believe this. I wonder who knows pain astride the game. Inquisitor. A title hard to rhyme. A challenge for another day, I think. Forgive me my distractions, Eminence. I'm overwhelmed by you and what you've done. My name is Merida, a humble bard.
You're a bard?
Are you a bard like those of Orlais?
Oh, heavens no. I'm a minstrel first. My weapon is a cutting tongue, not blades. I hope my skills will help in some small way, if only I can give your deeds their due.
All right.
What do you bring to the Inquisition?
A simple thing that you know well. The power of a muse to rally hearts and minds. Inquisitor, I want to spread the word of what you've done. A small but vital role. Perhaps I'll also make a coin or two.
Well, thank you.
Carry on, then.
Oh, I will do my best, Inquisitor.
Okay, but what do you want?
There is an issue that you should address.
Ah.
I think it's worth your time, Inquisitor.
You're telling me that the one in charge isn't the one in charge?
The game is fickle. In an instant...
Regarding the calling, Winter Palace, Grand Apartment. So many refuse to speak of it, but but how can we know it? How can we identify it if we don't share it? The calling is not a source of shame. The song that whispers in the back of our mind is no evil upon my soul, but a mark of a life life well lived in service of the greater good. If all things come from the Maker, then it is too not part. It is too not part of something. Okay. Okay.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
What you did was brave, and dying makes up for it. You lied to me. You really killed all those people.
You think your death will make up for what you did?
Isn't it a start? Why are you here?
That's up to you. I want an explanation. I want to help. That's up to you, really.
That depends on what you say.
Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
You're more than that. I'm not convinced you're not pathetic.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Okay. Well, let's go discuss it with... Wait. For Blackwall. That's fucked up. What the hell?
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Summarize it.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him. A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
Thank you. She had this report all along. She failed me.
Let me guess. Our spy master had this lying around somewhere, didn't she?
It would have been difficult for anyone to connect Blackwall to Rainier. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Blackwall... Rainier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. And yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
People changed.
He wanted to change. To prove that he'd really left his past behind. He had to face up to it.
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Have him released to us.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
Alright, let's head back. Is it this way? Yeah. Pride Demon. Hardin Hightown, Chapter 4. Fort Connor. Fort Connor was constructed by young Earl Eamon after the Orlesians were driven from Ferelden. It was named after Eamon's father, who died at the Battle of West Hill, after whom are okay.
A full retreat, it sounds
Be careful.
from the game that you helped build.
I would argue, if I thought it would penetrate that sky. From all we've heard, it seems Chancellor
There,
The
but I've seen
fuck?
better.
I am in full agreement.
Okay. Oh. Oof. Grand Duke Gaspard. Oh, yeah, there's this. Let's see. To start off from where we were before, he has also said to me that his his resentment at being deprived of the throne has festered for some time, and he has well, you know what? Fuck me. Fuck me then. Ah, damn, my knee. Loading screens the game. Nah. Alright. Let's go talk to Cullen before we break Blackwall or Tom out of prison. Hey, it's okay. Open the fucking...
Inquisitor, if you're looking for the commander, he's gone to speak with Seeker Pentagast.
Okay. What's the problem there, Cullen? Is it delirium?
Hello again.
Okay.
So, you're a candidate for Divine now?
So I am informed.
Is that something you actually want?
Why should what I want matter?
You're not ambitious,
The idea
no
of power
happiness?
doesn't appeal to you.
Ah, yes. To be embroiled in politics and have every cleric jealous of me for the rest of my life. It is very simple. The Chantry needs to survive. To do that, it must change. I have never believed in asking another to do what you are unwilling to do yourself. So I look upon this as an opportunity. I owe it to myself and all of Thedas to seek the Sunburst throne.
You'd make a good divine.
I think you'd make an excellent choice.
Thank you. Let's hope the Chantry clerics agree.
Now where's Cullen?
Do you have any advice for me?
It seems that Corypheus searches for elven artifacts. That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the ancient elves. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
Well, yeah,
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
But where's Cullen? Is he perhaps in here? I see the actual surgery center is going to little use.
Inquisitor, is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways, setting broken bones, simple amputations and such. We need all the help we can get.
Yeah?
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
I mean, that's true.
As you were.
Your worship.
But in magic-based universes, magic can basically do everything. Okay, it seems like he's in here.
You asked for my opinion, and I've given it. Why would you expect it to change?
I expect you to keep your word. It's relentless. I can't...
You give yourself too little credit.
If I'm unable to fulfill what vows I kept, then nothing good has come of this. Would you rather save face than admit... We will speak of this later.
And people say I'm stubborn. This is ridiculous. Cullen told you that he's no longer taking lyrium.
He was I think it's brave.
Yes, and I respect his decision.
As do I. Not that he's willing to listen. Cullen has asked that I recommend a replacement for him. I refused. It's not necessary. Besides, it would destroy him. He's come so far.
Why didn't he come to me?
We had an agreement long before you joined us. As a Seeker, I could evaluate the dangers.
Can we change his mind? Who do I listen to here? Shouldn't he decide?
Is there anything we can do to change his mind?
If anyone could, it's you. Mages have made their suffering known, but Templars never have. They are bound to the Order, mind and soul, with someone always holding their lyrium leash. Cullen has a chance to break that leash, to prove to himself, and anyone who would follow suit, that it's possible. He can do this. I knew that when we met in Kirkwall. Talk to him. Decide if now is the time.
All right. All right, let's go talk to him. Hey, Adon!
Inquisitor?
Oh, must have talked to you already. Hey, stop trying to kill yourself. It'll be okay. You want to talk? Do you want to... Oh, jeez. Hey, buddy, we've got the same armor. That's a weird-ass helmet, though.
Maker's breath. I didn't hear you enter. Forgive me.
Cullen, if you need to talk.
You don't have to. I never meant for this to interfere.
I know.
I believe you.
But whatever good it does, promises me nothing if I cannot keep it. Did you know Ferelden's circle was taken over by abominations? I was there. The Templars, my friends, were slaughtered. I was tortured. They tried to break my mind, and I... How can you be the same person after that? Still, I wanted to serve. They sent me to Kirkwall. I trusted my Knight Commander, and for what? Her fear of mages ended in madness. Kirkwall's circle fell. Innocent people died in the streets. Can't you see why I want nothing to do with that life?
I understand.
Of course I can.
Don't. You should be questioning what I've done. I thought this would be better. That I would regain some control over my life, but these thoughts won't leave me. How many lives depend on our success? I swore myself to this cause. I will not give less to the Inquisition than I did to Chantry. I should be taking it. I should be taking it.
You don't need it, though.
You give enough, Cullen. I'm not asking you for more. The Inquisition can be your chance to start over, if you want it to be.
I don't know if that's possible.
It is.
All right. I need a moment. Could we speak another time?
Good afternoon.
I mean, let's skip through his dialogue.
I'd be interested in...
Perhaps you could ask Sarah. She has opinions.
Sarah is part of our team. You don't need to be snide about her.
Actually, on some level, I do. She takes it better than she would take my pity. Or my envy. She has a purity of purpose that I lack. I have observed too much and done too little. What do you wish to know?
Is elven magic different from the magic used by humans?
No and yes. Magic is magic, just as water is water, but it can be used in different ways. Dalish magic is more practical, not needing Chantry approval, although they still frown on blood magic. Superstition. Much of it is more subtle. A legacy from when elves were immortal.
Immortality due to magic, about blood magic.
The legends of elven immortality. Did they use magic to increase their lifespan?
No. It was simply part of being elven. The subtle beauty of their magic was the effect, not the cause of their nature. Some spells took years to cast. Echoes would linger for centuries, harmonizing with new magic in an unending symphony. It must have been beautiful.
And about the blood magic...
You said that the censure against blood magic was a superstition.
I did. It's fortunate Cassandra is not within earshot. Most modern cultures forbid blood magic. Publicly, even Devinda disapproves of it. But as I said, magic is magic. It matters only in how it is used.
I suppose?
To be honest, I don't see it as different from any other magic. It's a means to an end.
Indeed. The problem is that under the Chantry, blood magic is forbidden, so only criminals practice it. While in Tevinter, magisters compete with each other, instead of keeping their volatile friends in check. They always succeed through power, so they have never had the chance to learn another way.
I mean, it's the same way with the way people view systems of economics. Certain things get viewed or used in dangerous contexts, and so you discredit its merits. rather than looking at it from an objective point of view and seeing where pieces of it could be used effectively. Like, technically, Drahana uses blood magic. That's what being a Reaver is.
What can you tell me about elves living in human cities?
The culture in alienages or among the slaves of Tevinter is like any of the impoverished and powerless. They cling to memories of a better past and practice a few rituals to distinguish themselves from humans.
I'd like to know more about the Dalish elves.
It is a mistake to think of the Dalish as a single group. They have lived as separate clans for centuries now. As a consequence, each clan has learned, interpreted, and forgotten different parts of elven history. Some trade freely with humans, or adopt city elves who flee the alienages. Others attack humans on sight.
I'd like to know more about the elves from before our time.
The Dalish strive to remember Hallam Sharal. But Hallam Sharal was merely a fumbling attempt to recreate a forgotten land.
Arlathan.
Elvanan was the Empire, and Arlathan its greatest city. A place of magic and beauty, lost to time.
What else?
You've studied ancient elves. What else do you know of Arlathan?
We hear stories of them living in trees, and imagine wooden ramps or Dalish Erebels. Imagine instead spires of crystal twining through the branches, palaces floating among the clouds. Imagine beings who lived forever, for whom magic was as natural as breathing. That is what was lost.
It does sound amazing.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Oh, Varric, you have something?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Greetings, Bianca. Like the crossbow.
Your name is Bianca.
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Yeah. You two look nervous.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
Strange humans?
How do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get...
Son of a bitch.
It isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, darkspawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who leaked the location? Wasn't the Tig in Kirkwall?
You can get there from Orlais. It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
And Bianca knows where?
If it's such a secret, how do you know about it, Bianca?
I told her. Right after the expedition, I wrote and told Bianca what we found. I had artifacts that needed buyers, and she had more contacts that would pay for them. Plus, I owed her.
We need to shut
We
it
need to
down.
deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's It's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
All right. Nope. Journal. All right, we'll do this. Actually, no. Let's go get some of these things done at the war table. And then
Your worship.
I'm pretty sure she has nothing more to say, but
Yes?
yeah, she doesn't. All right, see you later,
Let's
love.
speak later.
Another time.
Uh-oh, did I trigger a cutscene? I did.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Ambassador Briala has not forgotten her debt. You may count on aid from Orlais.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Let's hope for deserters. I'm sure they are easier targets.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After Adamant, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds and sent them marching south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
We'll keep them there. They'll be hard to miss. It's time to finish them off.
We strike Corypheus now, while his people are reeling. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you. This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful, in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead?
Meryl was trying to fix one of these in DA2. I don't remember if she fixed it or not. I don't think she could. I don't think she knew how. let's go. Even mountains had a heart once. When the world was young, Korth the Mountain Father kept his throne at the peak of Belenas, the mountain at the center of the world, from which he could see all the corners of the earth, and sky. And he saw strong men become weak, brave men grow cowardly, and wise men turn foolish for love. Korth decided a plan that he might never be betrayed by his own heart. Ooh, do I know that feeling? By taking something.
If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
Are we in danger? This could be useful. It's incredible.
A useful trick.
For one who knows the way, certainly. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
Well, then let's open them. How'd you find this? Open from the other side, from this side?
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key?
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
How'd you find it?
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
What does that mean?
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I had a safe place to raise my son. But only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
Right. So, Corypheus is what after this?
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Interesting. A more ethereal deep roads. I've heard the complaints. Some of you do not understand why we train in the castle. Train in a castle, in the wilderness. When you're to seek corruption among the masses. Okay. So Therenfall Redoubt was a secret fortress, but it was a Templar castle too at the same time? Or was that a secret I didn't get a chance to see? Oh, hello.
I understand you have spared the Grey Wardens from destroying what goodwill was left them. 'Tis good of you, considering the weakness Corypheus exploited was their own doing. Still, should a true archdemon one day arise, they will no doubt be needed. Or so they would have us believe. One thing which makes me curious, did you encounter the hero of Ferelden at Adamant Fortress?
No.
Was the hero of Ferelden a friend of yours?
We traveled together during the time he fought the Blight. I helped him and he helped me. Without him, Kieran would never have been born. Regardless, did you see him?
I wish I had more to tell you, but no. I don't think so.
He's not the sort of man to fade into the background. If he was there, you would have known. When the champion of Kirkwall mentioned a Grey Warden ally, I assumed that ally would be he. It was, after all, just the sort of thing in which he would involve himself. But that rather begs the question, if the hero of Ferelden was not at Adamant, where is he? My suggestion? Track him down. He could be a great aid against Corypheus, or a terrible foe to the Inquisition.
You seem to know a great deal about Elven law.
The Dalish are not the only ones interested in the distant past, Inquisitor. Indeed, my skills allow me access to places the Dalish dare not even dream of. The ancient elves hold secrets they have not yet given up. Secrets about the foundation of Thedas itself. Thus, they are my focus. Corypheus clearly feels the same.
I see.
I'd like to know more about you.
If you have questions, then ask.
No, well, none. Okay.
I'll leave you to the garden.
Until next time, then.
Though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace the light. I shall weather the storm. I shall do what you have created. No one can tear us asunder.
Okay, so let's do those two things for the Cole and Blackwall, and then go to Valimar. Or Valimar.
With rifts contained in the area, we can send in smaller groups to offer relief.
I agree. Are you well?
A headache, nothing more.
Annexing Kirkwall. Capitalize on Fairbank's alliance. Hunter Shade Dracolisk. Oh my god. Where is this fucking thing?
What happened in Adamant is a shame. I'm still reeling over the army of demons. Imagine what would have happened if the Inquisitor hadn't arrived.
Where is... Contact the hero Ferelden, stop the rumors, celebrate the dragon slaying, blah, blah. Okay, there's the amulet for Cole.
Let's see what we have.
Oh, Liliana is the only one who can do that. Okay, so we'll send Josie on that.
Let us begin.
We'll send Josie on that. Or perhaps not. Perhaps we'll celebrate a dragon slaying instead.
Inquisitor.
Alright, how long is it going to take for that amulet? 38 minutes. Okay, that's fine. And then Liliana can go release Blackwall. Let's see about the... Okay. Protect Valvermont. There you go, Colin. Something did. Alright. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't actually need to go to the gate. I just do that out of habit. It's in the hinterlands, right? Yeah. So what's this? Oh, I think we've been in there already. Yeah, we have. Bull. Varric. Dorian. Confirm. Oh boy, such loading screens. You know, I hate long ass loading screens. It doesn't matter what game or console or where I'm playing it. Like, it's like, why are we taking 20 years to load? Like, I'll be fucking 40 by the time it loads. And I'm not even 20 yet. I'll be 20 in October. Which, oh, speaking of which, since I brought it up, depending on the day, let's check the day. Or I guess not, because my calendar on my laptop doesn't want to work. I know it's several months off, and it's a Saturday, so but I probably won't be streaming on October 4th either, because, like, the 5th is my birthday of October, but, actually, no, I will be on the 4th, probably. I forgot the exact dates of when I was leaving. I'm leaving for Florida on the 7th, and I think I'll be if I'm not mistaken, I'll be gone for a week. So I won't be streaming for that whole week. But I hope to have videos to put out on YouTube that will go up on that week. I don't know. It'll be the stuff that you've seen already from the stream. But, you know, if you just want to hear my voice or be entertained. Oh, and hopefully by then I'll have gotten my shit together and started doing that second series, preferably The Witcher, but I've got other games downloaded on the computer for us to play. So we'll have to see if I stop being a little shit. Oh, and Dr. Pepper Darkberry. It's not half bad. Oh, excuse me. One of these days I have to start doing pop reviews. like some people review food, some people review like phones and shit. Nah, I review pop. Ow, shit. Damn. I hit my goddamn foot. And I apologize if you all start hearing thunder. We've got a flood warning out in my area, so, you know, torrential downpours and hellish amounts of water. This is what I get for living in Ohio. The weather doesn't know what it wants to be, and there are only one season, and that season is bullshit. Sorry about that. She didn't want anything. She just wanted to tell me to cut the alarm off. Cool. Thanks, Mom. All right.
Inquisitor.
All right, this is. Move. Oh, wow. Nope. Fennec fur. Okay, cool. Wait. Oh, those two things I couldn't pick up. Okay. Venator. Way. Is that a bat? Back in here we go. Claim areas landmarks to make the Inquisitor more knowledgeable, Inquisition more knowledgeable of the local area. Alright, Jevlin was waiting outside the captain's office, when Don and Benokovic slunk out defeated. We're not getting the warrant. Oh, I've read this already. Fun! You know, it's fun. Thanks for the long loading screens, game. Oof. Ah!
Finally. Started to think you weren't coming.
Nobody said you had to hang out in the creepy cave while you waited.
Well, I did wait, so let's make this quick. These idiots are carrying the red lyrium out in unprotected containers. We don't want to stick around long enough for it to start talking to us.
No, we do not. Why should they be protected? That's just a stupid question. Everybody knows that. What do you know of the red lyrium? You know what red lyrium does?
You seem to know more about the effects of red lyrium than most.
Varric told me plenty about what it did to him. And his brother.
Yeah, Bartrand. Oh, Bartrand, that was a shit show.
How did you find this operation in the first place? There must be hundreds of Deep Roads entrances.
I've used this entrance in the past. Varric's not the only surface dwarf to explore the Deep Roads. Oh, I've got to admit, I was pretty surprised when I came here and found it full of humans.
I hope you know how to fight. Let's get started.
If you're coming with us, I hope you can handle a fight.
No, I thought I'd cower helplessly while you do all the work.
She's a decent shot.
Decent?
You want me to admit you're better than me? In front of the Inquisitor?
Let's not waste any more time, shall we?
You old-ass married couple. Oh shit. We're under attack! Oh, I haven't even gone about making a new ship. Oh, jeez.
So this is what you do now?
Beg pardon?
Skulking around in caves, shooting guys? Is this your day-to-day?
I usually try to avoid the caves.
Ooh. let's just take this way.
You had me worried, you know.
What did I do now?
That letter you sent me about the Red Lyrium was the first I'd heard from you since the Chantry explosion.
Had it been that long?
Seriously, if you...
That was a while ago. Damn.
I built these doors. They probably shut this one from the other side when they heard the ruckus we were making. Ta-da!
You built the doors.
You've been here often enough to renovate the cave.
You already know I've used this entrance in the past. I don't know if Eric's told you, but the Merchants Guild is cutthroat. Literally. I built the doors to keep rivals from following me down here and arranging accidents.
Sounds handy. You were waiting to do that. Yeah, you were waiting to
Admit
do that.
it. You've been waiting to do that since we arrived.
Of course I was. After you.
All right. What's up, y'all? Oh my god. Okay.
How is what's-his-name?
Bogdan? He's in Navarra right now, selling my machine to wealthy landowners.
I heard some of the guild were trying to get you named a paragon for that contraption.
That's not gonna happen, even if I am 10 times the Smith Bronca ever was. A surfacer paragon? Never.
That'd be a first, but it could be very nice. Break some traditions. Ooh. Let's see, what can I get rid of? Upgrades, probably. I don't want to really get rid of any sigils or let's get rid of that. Oh, inventory. Let's equip that just to see how it like conflicts with our damage. God, it's much smaller than our pack. So it's not doing much damage. Okay, so I might have to switch. There's a mage in here?
You know, this is almost fun.
When does this unlock? 18, okay.
Kinda like old times.
I don't recall us ever shooting people together.
Remember crashing Bartran's guild dinner? We might as well have shot him.
This isn't nearly as dangerous as pissing off my brother.
Yeah. Alright, what's this? Nope. Why can't I click it?
There you are. We won't be able to use this entrance again.
Be Bianca.
They had your key.
That's exactly like your key. How did they get a copy?
Well, funny story. When I got the location, I went and had a look for myself. And I found the red lyrium, and I studied it.
You know what it does to people.
I was doing you a favor. You want to know how this stuff works just as much as I do. I just wanted to figure it out.
Did you, you're not saying everything.
How did you go from studying red lyrium to giving the location to Corypheus?
I found out that red lyrium... it has the blight, Varric. Do you know what that means?
What? The two deadly things combined to form something super awful?
Lyrium is alive, or something like it. Blight doesn't infect minerals, only animals. I couldn't get any further on my own, so I looked for a Grey Warden mage. Blight and magical expertise in one, right? And I found this woman, Jonica. She seemed really eager to help with my research. So I gave her a key.
Janica? The warden who was trying to control Corypheus? Maker's breath. I knew something seemed off.
I didn't realize until you said you found red lyrium at Haven. I came here and, well, then I went to you.
I see.
That name means something to you, Varric?
She was at the Grey Warden prison where we found Corypheus. She was more than a little obsessed with him.
Yep.
You had to know we'd figure out what happened, Bianca. Why did you insist on coming with us?
Varric told me what people were doing with the red lyrium. I had to help make this right.
You couldn't have known what would happen.
Mafarath's balls, she couldn't. I told her exactly how bad this shit was. I told her to keep away from it.
I know I screwed up, but we did fix it. It's as right as I can make it.
This isn't one of your machines. You can't just replace a part and make everything right.
No, but I can try, can't I? Or am I supposed to wallow in my mistakes forever, kicking myself, telling stories of what I should have done?
Ha! As if I would tell stories about my own mistakes.
God, I know it's not good to laugh, but jeez.
Oh, for pity's sake, would you two just get a room?
Sorry, Inquisitor. We've done all we can here. Bianca, you'd better get home before someone misses you.
Varric.
Don't worry about it.
Get him killed, and I'll feed you your own eyeballs, Inquisitor.
I'll cut out your larynx, you tiny bitch. But I understand the sentiment. But I'll cut out your larynx. Alright, let us go to home. Oh, shit. I cannot do that. Okay. Well, then let's get out of here. This? Nope. Upper terrace. So I suppose we have to get out of the cave first to fast travel. Let's just fade step. The best fast travel. Wow, I love how it's speak to Varric about all this. They can't even sum it up about like Bianca's transgression or something. Alright, let's take it home. Well, dragon. Behemoth. We could have held it off. We could have held off a battering ram, but the behemoth, it took the gate off the hinges. Then it screamed Oh my god, okay. Not a roar or growl, a scream. All the rage, pain, all rage and pain. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. It's, ah! As I drew my blade, all I could think, all I could think was, there's a Templar in there. Oh yeah, jeez. Somewhere in there, and that thing was a brother or sister of the Order. Every fiber of my soul was crying out to them. But whoever it was, whoever it might have been, whoever son or daughter they were lost to us, swallowed by the corruption and lies. I helped only the only way I could, the only way any of us can. We must end their suffering, and Maker willing, we must try to remember them as they were. From the report from Knight Captain Vedier, tactical consideration for the Inquisition. Jesus Christ, that's actually terrifying. That's actually terrifying. God, and the thing is, not Dark Souls. God, Dragon Age used to be very like dark as a series. It's only, I think it's only really gotten a little bit more upbeat due to like in this game, due to the abundance of characters who are kind of like straight up just funny. Like in Dragon Age Origins, people like Zevran could be funny, but that was not his personality. And you could say funny things too, obviously. Dragon Age 2, there was Varric. Hawk could be extremely sassy, like really sassy. And like some of the other characters could be real funny, but there was still that like dark, serious undertone that just like slapped you back into reality. And plus, both games didn't have as much color. So I think the amount of color and the like, hey, we got to keep this light while we're fighting a war. Oof. Oh, Lord. Annulment at Dear Dare Simund, whatever. When we heard the injustices against our fellow mages of the White Spire, the Circle of Magi in Valrayo, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Dare Simund. It's small, and that's about it. My eye. Ah, God. All right. Varric.
I'm glad to have answers, but shit. The second she showed up here, I knew. I let this mess happen. I gave her the Tig. I am not good at dealing with shit like this.
Talk your way out of it. Nobody is.
I don't think anyone is equipped any better than you are.
No, the point is, I don't deal with things. If Cassandra hadn't dragged me here, I'd be in Kirkwall right now pretending none of this was happening.
I don't believe that.
You know that's not true. You've worked as hard as any of us to stop Corypheus.
Is that true? I don't even know anymore. Thank you for your help back there.
Of course.
After all this, do you think you'll see Bianca again?
I always do.
Peerless.
I've got a minute if you need something.
Special.
Tell me more about Bianca.
I'm not making any promises here. Ask.
So how long have the two of you been together?
Well, if you want to split hairs, we're not. Usually there's a continent between us at all times. We write letters. Now and then we manage to meet up. I don't know if that's together. Shit, it's been what, 15 years? Great. Now I feel old. Thanks.
Sorry.
How do you know Bianca? The lady, I mean, not the crossbow.
I met her years ago when she still lived in Kirkwall, and I was looking for someone with, mechanical skills. Bianca is, beyond a doubt, the most brilliant smith you'll ever meet. I haven't seen her since she got married and moved to Orlais.
She's married.
Bianca is married. Somehow I thought the two of you had a history.
Bianca's family are Kalnas. Surface dwarves, so conservative they don't take a piss without asking the ancestors first. They picked out a smith caste boy for her. Wealthy, respected, has a great anvil collection. The perfect husband. I heard the wedding was lovely. The one Bianca actually showed up for, anyway.
Oh, that sucks.
Alright, tell me the truth. Bianca made your crossbow, didn't she? I mean, it has her name.
It's not that simple. The Carta thinks my Bianca was a freak success by a Carta inventor who could never duplicate it. If they thought anyone else was involved, someone who could make one work, things would be bad. So, I really can't tell the story. I don't want any more blood on my hands.
I guess that's why the guild's
What
after.
makes the Merchants Guild such a danger to her?
Well, to be fair, it's more of a danger to me. Technically, we're not supposed to be within 300 leagues of one another. If it got back to the guild that we were seen together, they'd freeze my assets and then have me killed. Maybe not in that order.
What did you do?
What in the world did you do to cause that?
We almost started a clan war. Does it matter? I can't change it now.
Can I hear that story?
I guess that's it for now.
Sure. I'll be here.
Okay.
Your worship.
Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Go back. Two minutes, really?
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance, likely because the Order will ask for his head. In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
A grim and serious matter. I have to figure this out. Well, this will be quick.
Countless better men and women than you are dead. Why shouldn't this be quick?
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I serve the living God. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
Damnation awaits you, friend. Give him to the wardens, jail him, and lose the key. Honestly, if there was an option, I would make his ass tranquil. Kill him.
Lord Erimond, any protection you thought you had has apparently been withdrawn. You will die. By my hand.
Petty actions. Truth lies in the next world.
Uh-oh. Game's losing itself. Come on. Oh, it's technically loading. Oh, it's back. Hmm. Duh. Excuse me, jeez.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this. In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
Not a request made lightly.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
Andraste forgives you. I won't judge a warden, public humiliation, go to the deep roads, jail her, and throw away the key.
The Inquisition stands for faith. Our work has greater purpose. Sometimes we need a reminder. Sir Ruth, the Herald of Andraste forgives you in her name. Find peace in that.
Your worship, I will try.
Okay. Jeez.
A pleasure.
Tell me about Antiva.
Who rules Antiva?
Officially, the Principality of Antiva is governed by His Majesty King Fugelno II. In reality, Antiva's merchant princes rule the country in everything but name. Quite loudly, I might add.
First-hand experience?
What sort of dealings did you have with these merchant families?
As ambassador, I attended Privy Council meetings in a mediatory capacity. May I just say, one has never heard an argument until they've sat in on 15 princes howling down each other's tariff suggestions.
How does anything get done? Well, it doesn't sound dull. Sounds infuriating.
That sounds more like a mob than a meeting.
It's all a part of life in Antiva. Our traditions value passion and romance. A certain exuberance of style.
You're not very exuberant. What does that mean?
Are you positive you're Antivan?
I can be most exuberant when it's called for. Just at the right moments, and in a proper fashion. Might we speak of something else?
Oh god, okay,
What's the land like in Antiva?
The settled areas are quite lush. The vineyards run as far as the eye can see in some places. Antiva City, however, perches right up against the Rialto Bay. That's what I miss most. The sea crashing against the maze of the docks.
Spend time there?
I have difficulty seeing you wandering around a trading port.
Everyone in Antiva City spends time by the ships, my lady. The finest restaurants and poets all make their habitation by the sea. The waterfronts never still. Lanterns are lit along the promenade no matter what the weather. Oh, and the theater. If we're ever in Antiva City, I must take you there one day.
I'd love to. Are there private booths?
I suppose you could get us a pair of secluded seats, far from prying eyes.
You'll keep your mind on the show, I should hope. At least until the curtain falls.
Ooh. Josie. Steamy.
Let's speak later.
Ooh.
Another time.
Josie gets steamy, okay. Alright, and... two problems, one solution. There are always traitors in it. There was a traitor or a cause man. We bind and gag him, and have him take Tom Rene's place. He is condemned instead. The world believes Rene paid the price.
With the Civil War over, Orlais is focusing on rebuilding.
There is still trouble in the Dales. We've had no news from the Exalted Plains for
I can
weeks.
request a special dispensation from the Elysian throne, allowing Tom to be transferred to the Inquisition custody. This may anger some, but after Tom trial, they owe us a favor. I don't want anyone to die in his place. God. Okay.
To work?
surface.
Alright, and what's next? We'll put her on that one mission. Oh
god. Let's see what we have.
Alright, let's judge Blackwall. There we go.
For judgment this day, Inquisitor, I must present Captain Tom Rainier, formerly known to us as Warden Blackwall. His crimes... well, you are aware of his crimes. It was no small expense to bring him here, but the decision of what to do with him is now yours.
I hate to see you like this. No gratitude. Your life is mine now.
I didn't think this would be easy, but it's harder than I thought.
Another thing to regret. What did you have to do to release me?
Josephine called in a few favors. There are enough people out there who owe the Inquisition.
And what happens to the reputation the Ambassador has so carefully cultivated? The world will learn how you've used your influence. They'll know the Inquisition is corrupt.
I had no choice. This will be forgotten. Your opinions doesn't matter.
Once the world is back to normal, no one will even remember this.
I'll remember. I accepted my punishment. I was ready for all this to end. Why would you stop it? What becomes of me now?
I own you. Your lie continues. The Wardens will decide.
You have your freedom.
It cannot be as simple as that.
It isn't. You're free to atone as the man you are, not the traitor you thought you were, or the Warden you pretended to be.
The man I am. I barely know him. But I have a lot to make up for. If my future is mine, then I pledge it to the Inquisition. My sword is yours. If I'd said anything less, would an arrow from the rookery have snuffed me like a candle?
Take your post, Tom Rainier.
Well, that's a turn of events. Sit in judgment of who? I'm gonna go speak to Tom.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Noble sentiment.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the Warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true Warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
You helped the Adamant Wardens.
The Wardens at Adamant listened to you. They saw you as one of their own.
Perhaps it takes an outsider to show how much of yourself you've lost. I never understood the reality of being a Warden. I only saw the ideal. I suppose I reminded them of something they'd forgotten.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals. I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing a tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
That's noble.
I can see why the Warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble. Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
I see. Well, that's enough.
We'll continue this another time.
Let me see, what is... Now that this is exposed, what do you really think of the Inquisition?
I'm here.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Now he's back to hating me. Okay, cool. That's great. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this adventure of lies and deception. And I will see you all tomorrow.